Hello my lovely friends, my name is Ava and here are all of the ebooks and audiobooks I got in December. And buckle up because it's a lot. In December, there was a very big sale in Audible, so I got like 30 books, and then there was a Stuff Your Kindle Day the day after Christmas, so I got double that amount of books. Your girl got a lot, so we're kind of gonna speed through this, okay? We're not gonna be going too deep into summaries because I don't frankly know a lot about them. So first we're going to talk about the books I got off of Kindle Unlimited. First is The Siren and the Sea by Emma Elizabeth. I heard about this book on a live show I did with Tiffany for our Beam Me Up book club, and one of our viewers was talking about how we should read this book. It looks good because we were talking about like mermaids and siren books, and so I immediately downloaded this after she put that in the comments because I need that. I want a siren mermaid book. Give me all of them. I also downloaded Noel of Sin by Jodi King. This came out on December 18th, and I got it like literally on the day of release because it's apparently a taboo holiday romance where they're step siblings. So yeah, I have read a few chapters of this. We'll see if I continue it. It is good and it's dark. However, it's kind of past the holiday season and I'm not really in the mood currently right now, and so I might wait till I am. I can read Christmas books all year long, but sometimes it's like a hit or miss if I'm ready for something. Dirty Letters by Vi Keelan and Penelope Ward is my next one. I mainly got this so I could get it on audio. Dirty Letters is a WhisperSync book, which means if you get the Kindle book, like if you download the Kindle Unlimited book, there is an option for you to also get the audiobook for free. So I'm currently listening to that one. It's like an epistolary romance. The hero's from England, the heroine's from the US, and they were pen pals when they were kids, and then they're still pen pals later on in life. So I think they're gonna like meet each other or something. I am also currently reading The Duke Who Despised Christmas by Scarlett Scott. However, I'm gonna be finishing this one because it is so good. Noel of Sin, I like just read like one chapter of. This one I'm like halfway through, and it was really good. This is a romance where the hero is this duke, and he is a scarred man and he despises Christmas. He's a widower. I think this is his romance with his pesky little new housekeeper who his mother hired, who is decorating for Christmas, and he's like, take all this down, I don't want this, but she like just keeps avoiding the subject. So yeah, it's really good so far. We'll see if I read this one. I didn't get to Scary and Bright by Ava Hall. I really wanted to read a Krampus book and I ended up not getting to that one, but this is, yeah, a Krampus holiday romance. It was kind of short, so I just got. And my last Kindle Unlimited download is Fixer Upper. I got this one because I found out that one of the heroes in this book, because it's an MM romance, has celiac disease, so we're gonna see how that goes. Now let's get into all the free books that I got. I got a lot of off of Stuff Your Kindle Day, and then we're gonna be leaving the audiobooks for last. Deviant Heart by Jagger Cole. I've heard good things about Jagger Cole, and this is an enemies to lovers dark mafia romance, so tick tick tick. Normally for all of the books that I ended up downloading, I make sure they have good ratings before I get them because I don't want to read a book that is like 3.6 or lower because that's not what I want to read. So rest assured all these have pretty good ratings. Echoes of Love by Lucy Ray is a small town enemies to lovers sports romance. It looks like our heroine is, I think, like a nurse of some sort, and maybe she takes care of the hero. Bound to the Dragon by Vala Stone is a paranormal shapeshifter romance. It is still available to download for free. I'm also filming this on the 28th of December, and this video is coming out like first week of January. So if they're not free anymore, please do not hate me. They might have already been taken off, you know what I mean? So if they're not free anymore, I apologize. But as of right now, on the 28th, they're free. That's really cute how it's like a small town romance, but the hero is like a shapeshifter. Like, I'm totally down for that. When Heroes Fall by Joanna Darling was for free on the 9th of December for like literally a day. So I had to get it. I know Tori loves this book. This is an enemies to lovers mafia romance. I think it's Grumpy Sunshine where the hero is a sunshine and he's the mafia boss. Sorry for Finn barking out. But yeah, and she's his lawyer. He's like in trouble with the law, so she's gonna help him. Another mafia romance that I have is Seduction by Jane Henry. This is a dark bratva fake marriage romance. Oh my gosh, that's also Bodyguard. Haha, Bodyguard, yes. Ruthless Hawk by Gwen McNamee is still currently available to download for free. This is a second chance secret baby romance. I don't know how I feel about Secret Baby. We'll see if I end up liking this one, but it has pretty good ratings. It has like a 4.3, so. But it does look like this is the first book in a second generation series. Do I need to read the first one? the first series? I don't know. The Stone Wolf's Rejected Mate by Kate C. Wells is still available to download for free as well. This is a part of the 5-pack series. I don't know what number it is. I think maybe it's like related to the series, like it's a novella, but I love her Rejected Mate book, so I don't know anything about this, but I got it. Maneater by Emily Antoinette I also got for free. This is a spicy, cozy monster romance. The heroine is a succubus. I've heard really good things about that one, so I'm excited. I have Resistance by Etta Pierce. I know this is book number 5 in a series, but I saw this cover and she is absolutely stunning and I needed it. It is an alien romance and it is enemies to lovers. I got Sasquatch Summer by Talia Greer. It looks like the hero is Sasquatch. So I had to get that, obviously. Steve's Barmaid by Jennifer Wood is my next one. I've read the first book in this series, Agnar's Teacher. This is the 3rd book in this series, and it is on a planet. It's an alien romance on a planet with orcs, and human women have been taken to this planet after they've been illegally abducted from Earth, like to seek solace there. This is a high steam, low angst monster orc romance. Another alien romance that I have is All the Rage We've Ever Lived by Carlotta Page. I've heard good things about this author, and I saw this cover, it looked good, and then the first tagline, the first thing in the summary says she's mine. So obviously. Oh, and it looks like our hero is a scarred hero, a warrior who is scarred. So love that, buzzwords for me. Another alien one is Kidnapped by the Alien Chieftain by Laura Roth and Selena Sky. Ooh, it's a space opera romance. I don't think I've ever read a space opera romance. I wonder what the difference is. We've got some fantasy romances working. I have A Kingdom of Bitter Magic by Elia Wells. The big buzzword on this one was Dragon Rider. I saw Dragon Rider and I was like, huh, yeah, we're getting that. I got 2 books by Rebecca F. Kinney. I really love Rebecca F. Kinney's books. I read the 3rd book in this series, I think, and I'm about to start book number, I think 2. But they're all like standalone fantasy romances. So I have book number 6, which is Pawn of the Cruel Princess. And then also book number 8, which is Slayer of the Pirate Lord. Pirates are another buzzword for me. Closer Than You Think by Tara King is next. It's the 1st book in a series, and it is a dark stalker romance. Oh, another fantasy one that I have is On Wings of Blood by Briar Boleyn, which is a dark academia fantasy romance with dragons and vampires. Need I say more? By the way, the majority of these books, the ones that are not free, are still on KU, so you can get them off of Kindle Unlimited. All linked down below, by the way. I'm linking all these books down below. You can just go down there to the description and click the link to get any of these books. I have A Court Ordered Romance by Lark Green. It looks like, ooh, this guy is like a devil or something. The tagline says she made a devil's bargain to save her job, but now there's a demon sharing her bed. I then have Splintered Hearts by Tara Lynn Mitchell. This is still available to download for free, and it is a single dad, small town romance. I just see single dad and I get it, okay? Do y'all have like any like buzzwords like that where you're like, oh, I just see it's pirate, or I see it's single dad, I just get it? You know what I mean? I have A Rookie Recovery by Gemma Croft and Lex Easton. This is a slow burn hockey romance, and it looks like one of the guys is tattooed, which I am a sucker for. Cakes for the Grump by Suk Kar. Please correct me if I am mispronouncing that name. I apologize. But this is a fake dating, slow burn romantic comedy, and anything with baking in it, I'm gonna get. The tagline for this one says, baking cakes, fake dating, and becoming roommates with my grumpy rich boss was never part of the plan. Oh, so it's also workplace. Love that dynamic. I saw the cover for this one, I just got it. I also love pregnancy romances. So this is Pregnancy, Wrestling, and Dating by Kiwana Glide. So it looks like this is a romance between our heroine who is writing a comic book series and a professional wrestler. I've never seen that combination ever, but I am so excited. Tremble by Juliana Victoria is next. This is book number 2 in her series. I think I own book number 3, and then I do need to get book number 1. But I think this author really highlights characters who are different in some kind of way. So characters with disability representation, chronic illness representation. I think 3rd book, the heroine has vitiligo. So that's like the discoloration of part of the skin. So I never get to see that on a cover of a book. And I was on to Alien Romance I talked about earlier. So I love seeing that representation on covers and inside books. So this is a best friend's brother hockey romance. I have Veiled in Stars and Silver by J. Ann Curtis, which is a Peter Pan fairy tale romance. Written in Stone by A.D. Wilde is my next one. This is the 1st book in a series, and it looks like our hero is a Navy SEAL, and I think these two characters like go through something really emotional together. I can't really tell from the summary. Oh, I think he's her bodyguard. Okay, I think that's why I got it. Bodyguard, bodyguard, bodyguard. Under His Command is my next one. This is by Raya Harp. It's a dark military romance. I just saw dark romance. It has really good ratings. It has a 4.2. We only have 3 more. We can do this. Okay, we have Remnants of the Guilty by Ashlyn. This is the first book in a series. Oh my gosh, it looks like this is like a really, really, really dark romance. So it is a brother's best friend college age romance. Next, I have Hiding from Her by Naya. I think that's how you pronounce that. This is the first book in the Hide and Seek series. Ooh, it looks like this is like a primal kink, possibly. And my last free book that I ended up downloading is Change Your Play by Bree Hayden. This is still available to download for free. I saw this cover and that man looks like Chris Hemsworth. This is mainly why I got it, is because he looks like Chris Hemsworth. But it's also football. I think she's his agent or something like that. Okay, we're gonna go over to my audiobook collection and see the audiobooks I ended up getting during that really big Audible sale. It's very rare that I get audiobooks from Audible, but when there's a sale happening, I have to get them. Okay, there's a lot. I have 2 books by Emma Hamm. I have The Demon Court and The Demon Crown. These are the first 2 books in her demon series, where each book is about a demon who like has this quality to them that like they are. So like the first book, I've read the first one since getting these audiobooks. I've listened to it. The first one, the hero is lust. So he's like the embodiment of lust. So he's a god of lust. So I don't know what the Demon Crown is about, but I have read The Demon Court, and that was like really long. I also picked up Him and Us by Serena Bowen. These are hockey romances. By the way, I made sure to like get audiobooks that are only exclusive to Audible, because where else am I gonna find them? I'm gonna end up purchasing them anyway, so why not get them for a cheaper price? So but Him and Us is a duet by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy. These are hockey romances. I know Victoria loves these books. So another duet that I got is The Sinner, and then I also got The Muse by Emma Scott. These are paranormal romances with guys who have wings. I need more in my life of those, obviously. Another Emma Scott book that I got is Between Hello and Goodbye. I've never listened to that one before. I think it's the romance between 2 characters who are on vacation in Hawaii or something like that. I got 3 Brittany Cherry books. I got The Problem with Dating and The Problem with Players. These are her first 2 books in a series she's currently writing. I don't necessarily know what these are about. I do own physically book number 2, The Problem with Players, which is a baseball romance. I don't know anything about book number 1 though. It's on my TBR for January, so I'm going to be picking that one up soon. And then I also got Behind the Bars, which I've heard amazing things about that book. I own the book physically. I know it's a fan favorite from people, so I can't wait to dive into that one. I got 2 books by S.J. Tilley. I ended up getting Dom and King. These are her next 2 books in her Mafia romance series I want to get into. However, I don't know which one's for the second book and which one's the third book. I don't know if Dom or King or whatever. But I have read book number 1, Nero. So I want to continue on with that series. I know Victoria loves it. I did get a few books by Naomi Lucas. I got the first book in her Naga Bride series, which is Viper. And then I think the next one is King Cobra. So I ended up getting that one as well. I've already listened to Viper. That's in my December wrap up. I'm also going to be reading King Cobra. These are like darker, post-apocalyptic alien monster romances with heroes who have like snake bodies, like Naga creatures. I then found Hunter of the Tide by Tiffany Roberts for like $4 and I had to get it. This is one of the books, I think book number 3 in their Kraken romance series, and I've read up to book number 2. I need to continue. But this is the only book in the series where the heroine is the Kraken creature, and I love finding romances where the heroine is the monster slash alien creature because it's very rare. So I need to pick up that one very soon. I also decided to pick up some fantasy romances that I've never heard about before because I do want to read more fantasy romances in 2025. So I ended up finding House of Crimson Hearts by Ruby Rowe. I have no idea what this is about. I think it's a sapphic. Oh yeah, it says right here, this is a very steamy lesbian vampire romance with a sprinkling of enemies to lovers and second chance romance royals, multiple POVs and timelines, ratty bedroom vampires, exhibitionism, and more. For mature listeners only. So I'm actually really excited about that one. It's only exclusive to Audible. And then I also found this other fantasy romance that I really wanted to pick up. This is A Tribute of Fire by Soraya Wilson. Jennifer L. Armentrout blurbed it. Okay. I think it has something to do with like goddesses and gods or something like that. I don't really know, but I mean, like, I'm gonna try. This is like the only book that I got out of the bunch that I didn't know anything beforehand. I'm doing a little bit of a gamble with that book. I got Run Posey Run by Casey Wells. I listened to that one in December. I freaking loved it. It was a mafia romance that was really good. I also got Tristic's Venom by Penelope Douglas. This is her sapphic, I think, bully romance. Taken by Sinner by Michelle Hurd is one of her mafia books. I've heard good things about some of the books in the series, so maybe I'll like that one. I also picked up The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I've heard great things about this fantasy romance series, so I got book number 1 because why not? I got Tempted by the Devil by Michelle Hurd. I believe this one is another mafia romance. I want to read more mafia romances, but it's very rare that they're on audio through my library. So when I see them for a very discounted price on my Audible, let's get them. And lastly, I ended up getting Little Eyes by H. Hunting or Helena Hunting. I love Helena Hunting's books, and so I need to pick this one's up. These are new adult romances, and I heard that this one has great anxiety representation. Anyway, so you have it. That's my very large book haul. All the ebooks and audiobooks I ended up downloading in December. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books or if you plan to, and if you got any really good deals during December, like first off your Kindle Day and the Audible sale. Let me know what you got. I would love to know. I'm a nosy Nelly like that. I want to know what people got. But anyways, if you don't feel like commenting anything else, you can leave me a computer emoji in the comment section down below. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I will see y'all soon in my next one. Bye y'all.